So problems. There are a lot of problems. So you look around the world and there are so many problems. Look around your town, there are so many problems. Look around your life, maybe there's so many problems. There's so many problems. It's insurmountable. Maybe you've done it, but you look at a situation and it's such a big task that you just give up, right? I'm going to go out and maybe you're going to go weed the garden, and you go out to the garden and it looks like it needs mowed instead of weeded. And you look at it and say, it's such a big problem. Where do I start? So instead of starting, you just give up and say, that's it. I'm not going to do it. One of the things that happens in the world, and of course we have teams that go out and they travel places, and you see huge needs. Huge needs. You see it everywhere, in every nation, including America. You see big needs, and the answer or the solution is much bigger than you could handle or that I could handle. We don't have the resources for it. So what happens a lot of times, and this has been a trend, I think, that's been happening in the last 10 or 15 years in America, is that the problems seem to be so big. And so we realize that we can't solve the entirety of the problem, that we don't do anything, and we just say, well, it must be something bigger than us that has to solve the problem, or bigger and bigger. And essentially, sadly, what we've done is we seem to think that the answer for all the problems is the biggest thing which we can think of, which is government. And the larger the government, the bigger problem they can fix. So we're putting all of our hope in a government entity fixing a problem because the problem seems too big for me to deal with. I said a lot of words there to get a message to each of us that that's not the way that God works. It's not the way he works at all. And I think it's a product of social media. I think it's a product of having too much information about too many problems. Here's how Jesus works, and this is how he's always worked. This is how he wants to work, and he wants to work through you. If we studied the Gospel of John in chapter 5, we would see that Jesus showed up at the pool of the pool there at Bethsaida, and there were people around there who were sick. And if you know the story, Jesus talks to one, and he basically, in a nutshell, he heals one guy there, which is cool story. Everybody loves it. Wow, miracle and all that stuff. It's always interesting to me, though, that Jesus didn't heal everybody. He didn't feed everybody. He always went after some and did something for them. So it's interesting to me that even in this story in John chapter 5, he didn't heal everybody. I don't know why. I have no idea why. That's not what this is about. But I want you to see that he healed one guy. That's interesting. Here's the all-powerful God who heals one guy. Here's what I want us to see. God's not calling you to fix every problem. He's not. Even if you see problems, it doesn't mean you fix them. It doesn't mean you're the solution to all problems. God instead has a solution to a problem through you. It might be one person. It might be one small thing. Years ago, I heard Andy Stanley talking, and he says, do for the one like you wish you could do for everyone. Let me say that again. Do for the one like you wish you could do for everyone. Here's why I want us to get this. We think we have to solve everyone's problem, and we can't, therefore we don't do for the one. It cripples us. It's a great tool of the enemy. But I'm telling you, do for the one like you wish you could do for everyone. Yeah, but what about everybody else? Listen, you're called to do for the one. And so are they, and so are they, and so is he, and so is she, and so are they, and so is it, and so are... Do our call and watch God take care of the rest. Do for the one like you wish you could do for everyone. We help a ton of people, and we mentor them. We get them involved in programs all over the world, and sports programs, and we share with them lessons of life and lessons of Scripture. But there are still millions that we don't help. So we could get frustrated, or we could say, God called us to this one, and we're going to minister to that one. Maybe you're around young people in your town, and the need is great, and one is in your whatever, one of your kids' friends. You know what? Love that one. Help that one. Do for the one like you wish you could do for everyone, and watch God do the rest. Now, if nobody does this except you, we're only going to help one. But if everybody does this, we will help and impact millions. Don't be crippled by the vastness of the need. Be empowered by the ability to help the one. Go out there and do it.